Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and in this video I've got 4 replays for you in the Tier 7 Premium French Light Tank, the AMX Chaffee. So before we get started, obviously I'll just run through the equipment and perks I run on this tank. So I have got Optics, Camo Net and Advanced Powertrain. And on the perks I've got the usual, which is your Born Leader, Rapid Reload, Sixth Sense, Steady Aim, Situational Awareness, Camouflage Expertise, Muffled Shot, Run and Gun, and Green Thumb. So the AMX Chaffee is actually in the store at the moment, listed as a Garage Gem. It costs 3,540 gold, which equates to about 12 to 13 pounds in British money, and 16-17 US dollars roughly, or approximately, should I say. So yeah, so it's in the store, and I thought, no, do you know what, I'll throw together a few replays to just sort of show you what this tank is all about, and what I think of it basically, and if it's worth the money. So the first replay, I'm actually on Kasserine at the moment. And one thing I've sort of took advantage of is the excellent view range that the AMX Chaffee has, 390 meters of view range, which is really nice at tier 7. So I've come to the usual spot to spot the cross, the usual sort of place where people come down the A line. So yeah, it's not got too bad camo, it's okay I guess, but yeah, it's average I guess really. With your camo build obviously you can get it down to really good numbers, but yeah, it's got excellent shell velocity, you've got good traverse speeds, it's got good reload in all fairness for a 6-shot auto loader, good damage output as well. You can do 135 damage per shot on average, and you've got a 2-second inch clip, so you can rattle those shots off relatively quickly. One of those where I think you can probably get 2 shots off and then pull back if the enemy starts looking at you. When you've got a Belafron like this who's just completely distracted with another tank, you can get some shots in. We've been a bit unfortunate there because we just caught the top of the turret, which unfortunately has bounced the shots. So yeah, the AMX Chaffee is a bit of a weird one for me. I've kind of got, I wouldn't even say I love-hate. I think I kind of just, it irritates me more than it does bring me joy. Because the top speed for a light tank is around, I think top speed's around 56 kilometers an hour. And the power to weight is about 24 horsepower per ton. And yeah, I find it, I don't know what it is, I just find sometimes it's just not the most nimblest of light tanks. I mean, it's okay, don't get me wrong, it's not terrible, but I don't know, I feel like it could just do with a little bit more. But these things are like that to sort of balance out. In all fairness, I think most French light tanks, power to weight and sort of top speeds have always been a bit of an issue. Around sort of tier 7 and tier 6. I mean, when you look at sort of the AMX 1357, the power to weight on that is horrendous, it's horrible, it's one of the worst things about the tank. So it's a little bit better than that. So if you have got the 1357 and you sort of cope okay with that, then you'll probably really enjoy this tank. But just for me, I don't know, the mobility side for me it just feels a little bit off. Maybe it's just something, it's not probably a skill issue, I just need to get used to it. But yeah, I don't know. It's got poor accuracy on the move on paper, but I've not found that too much of an issue, if I'm honest. I've just relatively just got used to the gun. It can be a bit troll from time to time, but I wouldn't say it was an absolute deal breaker. I mean, you can see, like, on the move, we have missed quite a few shots there. Like I say, on paper, it does have quite poor accuracy on the move. It's 0.38 accuracy still as well. You have got poor gun elevation and gun depression, so I think there's only 9 degrees of gun elevation and 6 degrees of gun depression. So do bear that in mind when you are sort of on slopes, ridges, things like that. For instance, a one-line proc, you might struggle to sort of go, when you're sort of up on that ridge backwards, you're probably going to struggle to get your gun high enough to be able to shoot targets across the middle there. So again, that is something to keep out for. And it has a 20% fire chance, which sucks because this thing is very susceptible to fire. The games that I've been playing in it recently, I have found myself sort of being set alight quite a few times, more than I sort of like to count. So yeah, overall, it's not a bad light tank. I think it's probably fair to say it's not bad. You have got sort of good clip potential, but I don't know, it's just that mobility for me. I just cannot get my head around it. It's just something about it that just bothers me. But anyway, enough of me rambling and ranting on. We'll sort of just get straight to the gameplay now. We talked about the stats and how it is as a tank, my opinions. I guess so, sort of maybe, I don't think there's really any more to add on that, but we can sort of conclude at the end. But on the gameplay then, Kasserine, we've done 2.8k damage with 700 assists and 3 kills. There's one tank left. And we were just going to go in because we'd had a full clip for, well, if we can try and get one shot at least, then brilliant. But if not, no, it's not the end of the world. But we do get taken out there. But hopefully this guy should get taken out, and yeah, he does. He gets taken out by a friendly BZ-176, bringing an end to the first replays. So how did we go on? We got top of the board with 3 kills, 2.8k damage, which is good, 700 assists, and picking up the first class medal. Yes, we did lose a load of silver, but we have got a full premium loadout. That's just my preference. Not fast, not here to make the silver on that. If I was, then I'd obviously change the loadout. But so moving on to the second replay now, we are on Ghost Town, which is not an ideal map at all for a light tank. But with Ghost Town, you can at least move around the flanks and get side shots. So it's not the end of the world. I can think of worse city maps to be on. We do have, I'm going to hazard a guess that might be Mass in the Challenger. I could be wrong, but we're platooned up with someone anyway. He's in the Challenger and is hopefully going to be able to support us as we try and get some early spots. Going to go across and see if we can light up the cross. Anybody sort of crossing over on the J line here. Just weaving in and out the buildings. Haven't lit anybody as of yet, so we're just going to sort of move to the next entrance here, and again just sort of make a bit of a move. And there we go, we've spotted a few tanks, and we just turned on a sixpence there and avoided 2 shots. So it was a plague bringer and an absolution, and we're just going to duck out there. We've got a few spots, and now we're just going to back off, and perhaps maybe we might get over this dune and try and see if we can get some shots in. We've got a friendly tank destroyer with us. There's no one else with us actually, it's just me and this tank destroyer, so a bit unfortunate, probably not going to pick up much assist here, but it's probably worth maybe trying to see if we can get some shots in. We have just spotted up a KV3 who we're probably going to struggle to pen possibly, so maybe looking at the absolution, but then I see that T25/2, which is an easy pen. The KV3 does turn its tank to the side to us. We do notice we get a shot from the back there. Now, I'm assuming that's going to be a tank destroyer that's sat at the back there, so I do need to be careful of that. I'm just going to dump my clip, get on reload. Again, good thing about this tank is it doesn't take too long to reload, which is a nice feature of it. And we're going to move into this corner and try and see if we can perhaps get some cross shots in on this absolution and this other heavy tank. See, try and get shots into that absolution, which is a bit tough frontally, because obviously it does have quite trolly armour, which is going to bounce. Do get a shot into the side of him. Now we're just waiting to see if there's any other opportunities to get some shots off. Trying to get a shot into the track of that IS. We do manage to. We actually managed to damage him as well. Keeping him trapped in place. Pick up a little bit of track assist. Unfortunately, a second shot didn't go in. It just derped, and we weren't able to get the third in because the IS repaired his tracks and moved away. So I'm going to move up now and try and see if we can spot this tank destroyer that I know shot us a couple of minutes ago. And there we go, it's the Super Hellcat. I knew it was going to be a tank destroyer. Sat at the back there, doing his job, fair play, but unfortunately he gets absolutely shafted by someone, and then I just take out him for our second kill. So that gets rid of that threat. We don't have to worry about not being able to sort of play this area aggressively now, because that Super Hellcat, he's now out of the game. We see Artie here, we're lucky we can get a spot. Hopefully we can dump our full clip into this artillery, that would be really nice. Do get a shot into him, damages his engine, but he just gets out in time and loses his spot. The game's pretty even at the moment, but we need to sort of try and see if we can have a little bit more of an influence. I'm just looking at the health pool of some of these tanks. See our friend in the Challenger, which is actually Kingpin, not Mass. It's Kingpin running the Challenger. We're going to try and see if we can help out Kingpin here, because he looks like he's on his own. Unfortunately, we fumble the shot there. Can we get the shot in? Unfortunately, we can't, and it's just a bit of a bummer that we didn't get there in time to help Kingpin out. But we do avenge his death on that IS, and we take out that IS for our third kill. And now we're just going to focus our attentions elsewhere. Again, it's still quite an even game, so we do need to sort of be careful, try and make sure we sort of conserve our hit points for the end of the game. But we are getting spotted and targeted here, so do need to try and get out. We're lucky there, we actually bounced a shot which was off that Black Prince. I assume it was off that Black Prince, I could be wrong. 140 damage blocked. But yeah, we've managed to block something anyway. Now we're going to make a move and try and see if we can flank this Black Prince and unload a clip into him, because the score levels, it's 7-4 now, so the game is starting to come to a little bit of an ascendancy here. We managed to juke the Black Prince and luckily don't get rammed or trapped. And again, just going to do the flank maneuver. Try and get the last two shots into him. If we can, that'd be really good. There we go, line up the second shot. We do manage to get it in. We managed to avoid another shot. We bounced two off this guy and avoided a third. And I think now I'm just toying with him, but there's only two tanks left. I'm nearly off reload. I can afford to take a few more. I do pick up the kill, getting the fourth kill there and bringing an end to the replay. So let's see how we got on then. So we managed to come top of the board with 4 kills, 2.3k damage at 700 assists, picking up the first class again. And yeah, we will move into the third replay now and see how we got on. Okay, so on the third replay here, we are on Malanovka, which is a fantastic map to have a light tank. We are mid-tier in this game. And we do have 2 artillery. We are actually the only light tank on the team, so this is good for us because this means we can hopefully maximise our spotting potential. And we're going to go our way up to D7, usual spot where I sort of go over the top. I don't rush into the lake because I just didn't want to get, I don't ever want to get caught out. I think it's better to go over the top first because, same, sort of poke this ridge, spot the cross. We can actually spot the other ridge as well usually, or potentially we can spot the ridge and see what is over the other side. And there you can see we've just done that, spotted up that Comet. Now we see this Cromwell that seems to be sort of moving over. You can see him struggling with the gun depression there, trying to see if we can potentially get some shots in, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Now, we see the Skoda T25 has decided to push aggressively up to the hill. It's a good play, but yeah, he was sort of between a rock and a hard place between me and our friendly medium tank that was down there. But now we're going to try and see if we can get some shots onto that heavy tank, that Chrysler K. We're trying to snap a shot there, but yeah, we have to be careful because we're still getting targeted and dead-eyed. Now artillery is possibly focusing us. And yeah, that's not good. So we do need to move out there. We avoid the arty shell and we get on reload there. And yeah, we're just sort of trying to play the active scout there. Playing this position just to see if there's anything we can spot up, anything we can potentially get some assistance on. We've not really picked up much, to be fair, just 557 assistance. Would like a bit more, to be honest. We're trying to see if we sneak a shot in that SCRV, that medium tank, but gun depression just wasn't playing ball. We just couldn't get the angle enough to be able to make that work. Now I'm going to move round because it just seems to me like, you know, there's a lot of team up on the hill, but there's not much out on the lake, and I just want to make sure that, you know, we can hopefully help our guys out on the lake. Also, you know, we could potentially get in a position where we can get some shots off on any enemies that get spotted up, but doesn't seem to be the case. The enemy light tank is over there, but isn't really giving us any shots or opportunities to get a shot. We get a lovely snap on that STRV on the move there. We're talking about the accuracy on the move being really bad. Yeah, and we managed to pull off those shots. It's random. Unfortunately, we don't get the kill shot on the AMX, which is frustrating. Would have been nice to have picked up that kill. I think if we had that kill, could have perhaps changed the end result of the game. But not to worry. Now we see this light tank out in the open. He seems to be trying to hide behind a rock and stuff, trying to get a shot in there. We're fully reloaded, but we missed the shot completely. But we do manage to land 2 shots. Third shot, can we get a fourth and a fifth? Unfortunately, we don't get the fourth, but we do pick up the fifth. We just sort of aim to the left, just, you know, hazard in a guess that he might be there. Now we see this Comet has made the play again over into the sort of the ridge here, but he gets shut down by our friendly medium tank. Now I want to aim and focus this light tank out because having that light tank alive is yeah, not something I really want to be sort of not facing or have alive. You know, you can get rid of the vision, that's the main thing. Get one shot into him and we pick up the kill there, and we've finally got rid of the danger. They have no vision now. We get on reload and trying to see if perhaps we can sneak some shots into this heavy tank that is backing up here. We do get a shot in, but then it gets taken out quickly by one of our friendly tanks. And you see there's only 4 tanks left, there's 9 of us. See, it's a Richie now that seems to be making this play over, and surprised we've actually got that shot in, to be honest. I didn't think we were going to pen that, but we do manage to get that pen. And I'm on reload now, and I think I'm just going to swing around. I want to try and get the back of this Orichi. I think this Orichi is moving, or trying to move up the hill there and get up on the high ground. But with me here, yeah, it's not really going to happen. He's trying to swing his gun round to us, get a shot in. Can we pick up the kill shot? We can, getting our 4th kill of the game. Now there's only 3 tanks left. Looks like that heavy tank is going to go down quite quickly. So now it's the opportunity for me to maybe find the artillery, but also try and see if we can find the remaining heavy tank. We see artillery in the distance. Going to try and see if we can line up a shot. Just trying to see if we can get the shot right, and we do actually blind fire that artillery for our 5th kill of the game. Now there's 1 remaining heavy tank left. It's a Lerva Black. Can we get over and pick up the final kill? We've dumped a reload there because I'm hoping we should be off reload by the time we get over there. Gives us a full clip to be able to pump into this Lerva, and hopefully if he's still got that amount of health, then I know I'll be able to put my whole clip into him, pick up all that damage, probably leaving him on to a 1 shot. So just going to get over. Artillery's just slapped him for a little bit. Now we can start putting some shots in. Unfortunately it takes a shot from someone, but we do manage to pick up the kill there, getting our 6th kill of the game and picking up a little bit more damage in the meantime. But we pick up the win there, and we come top of the board with 6 kills, giving us a Top Gun medal there with 2.4k damage at 1400 assists. Perhaps if we got the kill on that AMX, maybe we would have got the ace. Who knows? I think it probably just wasn't enough damage there. In fact, we killed a couple of tier 6s. Probably the reason why we didn't pick up the ace on that. But still, we'll move into the 4th and final replay here, where we're on Fisherman's Bay. We're actually platooned up with Mass, who's playing the GW Panther, and we've got Kingpin, who I'm assuming is in the Challenger again. I think he's in the Challenger. I didn't quite see the board there. But yeah, we've got our good friends backing us up here. And on Fisherman's Bay, I'm immediately going to go over to the usual spot I like to play whenever I'm playing a fast, light or medium tank, which is this spot here, because this is where you're going to be able to light up the K line. You'll light up the cross. There's always heavy tanks crossing there. You always catch someone out, unless they're just all deciding to camp in the corner. But you can see we've just lit up that church here. Unfortunately, we did get spotted by the light tanks that decide to counter cross over the middle here. They're doing the right play. They're trying to sort of spot up anything going into the town. It's the right move. Effectively, as a light tank, really you should be sort of poking the mid-bridge. Don't want to go YOLOing over, because if you do, you're probably you are gonna die straight away, because there's going to be tank destroyers out there. Enemy light tanks just going to swarm you. You're not going to survive for very long. So don't YOLO over this centre light. I think as a rule of thumb, you don't go past the sort of road here. Don't go past that. Keep the buildings in between you, and then hopefully you should sort of be able to stay hidden as he gets shot there as he's trying to drive away. We're going to pull out there. We're just going to lose our spot. We should probably dump the reload here. But looks like I'm just sort of assessing my next couple of targets. There we go, we dumped the reload. Probably should have done that ages ago, to be fair. Especially because we could have actually gone off reload here, been ready with the shots, and we could have actually put a few into this light tank. But now we're sort of over into the action now. We've managed to get a full clip, and yeah, we're just sort of paying attention. Kingpin's doing a good job of getting some shots in. But unfortunately there, we take a massive hit from the SU-100, which is not great. We just stopped for a minute just to get that shot off, and now we paid the full price for that. We're on 68 hit points, which is absolutely tragic. But Mass comes in with the favour there, taking out the SU-100. Credit to him, because he avenged all my hit points being lost. This just means we need to play really, really careful now, and not do anything silly. But we are going to get the opportunity to get some shots into that enemy heavy tank there. We're just going to sort of back off now. We're going to get on reload, get out, lose our target, lose our spot. And hopefully we kind of need to stay alive, to be honest. I mean, we have still got a friendly light tank in the team, but I'd like to pick up some more damage, a little bit more assist. You can see there we do pick up a bit more assist. Going to get the kill shot there on that enemy tank destroyer. I'm not quite sure what he was doing, but it didn't last long to find out. So yeah, now we just need to be careful of that corner. It looks like that light tank is pushing quite hard, but yeah, it looks like Kingpin's taking care of him, which is great. Get really lucky there that we didn't catch a shot that was aimed for that Tiger. That Tiger's obviously lit, I'm not. But yeah, we ran a little bit close there, a bit too close for comfort. So now I'm just sort of assessing the situation, not making any risky plays, not sort of YOLOing forward, but we do manage to spot up a tank there. Can we get a shot in? We can. Trying to see if we poke another one. I think we actually shot someone blind there. We were going for the stir and mill, and we actually hit someone else. So there is someone back there. That gives us a little bit of information that there's probably a tank destroyer sitting there, or another enemy tank of some sorts. So we need to be careful of that. Get a shot into that light tank. We're trying to see if we can get some shots into the stair. Let's just put a shot into our Tiger 1. He's backed off. Unfortunately, our bad driving leads us to driving into this the Japanese heavy tank there. And yeah, now we're just again going on the move. Now I want to take out this EBR Hotch. This EBR Hotch is focused on someone else, and it's just, again, you see what I mean? You make the faux pas, you try sort of YOLOing over. We're desperately trying to see if we can get a shot, and we do manage to take out the kill there. And we actually get a shot into that Black Prince as well, and we managed to get out unscathed. We're really lucky there. That EBR was just focused on our friendly tank there, and that just gave us a window of opportunity. I don't know why, I just made that decision to go in and try and YOLO. Then kind of realised halfway through that that wasn't going to work. We take out the M42 there, which is good. We've again deleted pretty much all their vision now, so it's a very, very close game, and so with us being sort of the last remaining light tank left, albeit on 68 hit points, we're going to play the crucial role here. This is where the light tank really comes into its own at the end game, because you can now spot and outspot other players, and you can be really effective for your team. It's always the beginning and the end where a light tank is at its most effective. It's never the middle. In the middle, you're just kind of wallowing around, just picking up scraps, opportunist basically. But the beginning and the end, you are vital, and we're going to show that here. And we do pick up the shot on that Black Prince there, managing to take him out for our 5th kill. We're up to 1400 damage and 1700 assist here, so we've had a half decent game, to be fair. We put in the shift, put in the work. We've had some good support from Kingpin and Mass. So although I'm on sort of 58 hit, not 58 hit points, looking at the speedo there, 68 hit points, I kind of feel confident, just because I don't know, when you've got good platoon mates sort of supporting you, you kind of feels you a bit more confidence. All we've got to do is just not play rash, not play silly. Now there is a Plague Bringer here, and we know sort of, I know that the player that Plague Bringer is in sort of a fairly decent, respectable clan, so I know to be careful of that. Sort of said before, sort of knowing your enemy is part of the strategy basically. You know how good they are. If you know they're running a good clan, then you sort of need to be careful. And at this point, this is probably where my confidence started waning here, and I'm thinking, Christ, I've got to try and take out that guy. I mean, Kingpin's just taken out the Dreadnought there, so effectively we're a 4v2. We should win this really. But I do need to be careful. I know that Plate Bringer is going to be sort of keeping an eye out, and if I get spotted, then could well be game over. But I'm kind of thinking and confident that I could possibly outspot him here. Now I'm gonna make a play through the town, because the last known location he was running towards this corner, so I know he's going to be here somewhere. But the question is just whereabouts. But if I run through the city here, this is my thinking, sort of coming through the town, and can perhaps get the element of surprise here, rather than just doing as the crow flies. And we do manage to get the element of surprise. We do see artillery as well. I'm not going to make any rash plays. I'm just going to sit sort of in behind this rock. Now the artillery does end up taking Mass out, which is really unfortunate. I'm trying to see if we can sneak some shots in, and here is some great aiming from me. And luckily Kingpin saves our bacon here, now we've just got the Plague Bringer, and again, I'm not going to do anything stupid. I'm just going to wait. Kingpin's got some health, he can take a shot. Got this friendly TD rushing in. Plague Bringer's looking at me. The Challenger is actually full health, so we should have this game in the bag. The Plague Bringer's come around. I'm just trying to avoid him as much as possible, and there we go. Managed to get the kill shot. Apologies to Kingpin, he was actually our one shell left. He could have got the fade-ins there, so apologies to him. Just sort of the blood went straight to my head and panicked a bit. But we got 6 kills, we got 1600 damage, so it wasn't much of a damage game, to be honest, but we did pick up 2.3k assists. That was more about the teamwork really. We got a crucial picking up the first class. I think a bit more damage, maybe that probably would have been an ace, but it was a good game all the same. So for me, the AMX Chaffee, to conclude, is it worth the money? I think so. I mean, for 12, 13 quid, yeah, you're not really breaking the bank, and it's not a bad light tank, to be fair. It has a few flaws, but not one that I would sort of be playing a lot of. I think there's a few other light tanks that I think I probably prefer, but yeah, overall it's worth it, I think. So anyway, that is it for the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Please give us a like and subscribe if you dig, 'cause it does help the channel. As always, I'll catch you next time.
Uh-oh.